13, Carly Toronto. Number 33, Sarah Janetta. In center field, number 17, Marissa Alamo. And in right field, number 14, substitute number 4, Montana Smith. Number 6, number 9, Peyton Concian. Number 12, Catherine Smith. Number 16, Anna Foster. Number 25, Haley McFadden. Number 27, Haley Luling. Number 45, Riley Gotro. And your coaches, assistant coach Russ Shaw, Amy Ball. Everyone please rise and remove your caps for the flag of our national anthem. Good luck, ladies.
Good afternoon and welcome to this presentation of high school softball brought to you by Press Play Productions. I'm Hunter Robinson. Alongside me in the booth is Jarrell LeBlanc for this Battle on the River matchup between the Hahnville Lady Tigers and the Destrehan Ladycats. Jarrell, we've done games for both of these teams already this season, so what are you looking forward to in this game?
I'm looking forward to like a really tough fought game out of these two teams because both of them have very good win streaks. The Lady Tigers, the Hahnville, have a 14-game win streak, and Destrehan itself are 14-1. So I'm looking for a really big game.
Yeah, both teams hot right now. Let's take a look at the defensive lineup for the Lady Tigers real quick. Going around the diamond in left field for the Lady Tigers, we have Sarah Vanetta. Center field, Marissa Alamo. In right field, Hannah Bourne. And then around the infield from left to right, Catherine Freelou at third base, Bailey Baudouin at shortstop, Danielle Duplay at second base, Courtney Ortego at first. And then behind the plate, Cameron Keller. And she's catching for Carly Toronto on the mound for the Lady Tigers. Carly, so far this season, she started every game for the Tigers 14-2, again on a 14-game win streak, and she's got a 1.4 ERA. And Jarrell, the first batter she'll face from Destrehan is Gia Zarang. Gia, the top performer for the Ladycats so far this season. She's second on the team in batting average, hitting .491. She also leads the team in home runs with 3, and she's knocked in 17 runs so far this season.
Yeah, in the previous game against West Jeff, she had a really good game. Beating West Jeff 15-0.
So Zarang digs in for the first pitch from Toronto. And it's high and away for ball 1. Again, the Tigers have just lost 2 games this season. Their last loss that we televised was against Santa Ma. And since then, the Lady Tigers haven't lost a single game. So really hot coming into this game, but so are the Ladycats. Second pitch, dribbler out to the mound, Toronto. Up with it, fires over to first to Ortego for the first out.
Yeah, really quick, easy out, forcing the batter to ground that ball, being able to get it up really quick.
Yeah, and a great job. Something really hard to do is for a pitcher to get off the mound like that quickly, pick up the ball, turn and fire to first, but she did a great job there for the first out.
Toronto, a really good pitcher, only giving up 55 hits this season.
Yeah, second up now for the Ladycats, we have Kayla Shiro. She's the center fielder so far this season. Shiro hitting .375, no homers, 13 RBIs for the Ladycats. Another ground ball on the infield, diving play by the third baseman. Boutte can't come up with it, so she's going to be safe at first base. A hard play right there in the hole, though.
Really hard. I mean, really hard to control your body and locate that ball.
Yeah, and like you mentioned before, Jarrell, she's only given up 55 hits this season. Her problem really has been walks. She's given up 35 walks. So I think if she keeps the control, better control today, things will turn out better for her.
Yeah.
Big enough for the Ladycats is Sarah Boutte, and she's not going to be up there long. She's hit by the pitch, so we're just talking about control. A little issue there for Toronto. Now she's got runners on first and second with one out. Laney Dugas, the third baseman for the Ladycats. Dugas on the season hitting .418, 2 homers, 24 RBI. So she's hitting in this cleanup spot for a reason. She's the one who drives and runs for Destrehan. Swing and a miss right there. Good pitch by Toronto. A lot of break on that pitch to the outside. Counts 0-1.
Yeah. Real nice pitch, real accurate. She's been laser accurate as a pitcher for the Lady Tigers so far.
The delivery there, that one's flied out to center field. And under it for the second out of the inning. That was Marissa Almond with the catch. Now coming up for the Ladycats, number 7, Mariah Achman. Mariah on the season, .237 batting average, 1 home run, 5 RBIs.
Yeah, real easy catch for Almond right there. Field percentage of 100%.
I'm sorry, correction on that. This is Tyler Oob, the pitcher for the Ladycats. .354 in the season, no homers, 18 RBIs. So runners on first and second as Toronto delivers. Another one dribbled foul off to the side. So last time we did the game for the Lady Tigers, one of the big problems was Toronto would get girls on base, and she was able to work her way out of jams. Seems like she's doing the same thing here. You know, you have the little dribbler start the inning, gives an infield single, a hit by pitch, and now she's on the verge of working her way out of it as she delivers ball 1 there.
Just got to get warmed up.
Yeah, and a lot of times what you'll see pitchers have a hard time in the first inning because they're not quite warm yet, and they tend to settle down after that. So if Toronto can get out of this jam unscathed, I think things will be a little better for her. That one just outside there. She wanted the call. So now Oob digs in for the 1-2. And that one's fouled back hard. Yeah, Oob just missed that one there. So, look, little replay of that one there. Yep, just underneath it. But if you noticed before, Toronto throwing low and outside, goes up there with the high heat, and she can't reach up. Another 2-2 fouled off. So a good battle going here between a really good pitcher and a good hitter. Another 2-2. This one shot down the line, just foul. So Oob, it looks like on the verge of straightening it out. Fouled a few back, caught up to the fastball that time, but just fouled down the first baseline.
Yeah, Ube and Toronto are having a really big battle right now so far.
And this is what you want to do early on in the game. Make her throw a lot of pitchers, start to tire out early. Carly was telling us yesterday she threw almost 400 pitches in the past week, so a lot of mileage on that arm. Another 2-2. This one's low in the dirt. Good block there behind the plate by Keller to keep the runners from advancing. So now it's going to be a full count. The runners on first and second will get an early start on this one with 2 outs. Yeah, great block there. Good job of dropping down to keep that ball from sneaking by. So runners with the head start. Ground ball, second base. Duplay up with it, fires to first. So a couple runners get on base here in the first inning. No runs, 1 hit, 2 left on as we go to the bottom of the first.
Yeah, so far you see Toronto gave up some hits, but not big ones. One pop fly, and the rest of them were grounders, so quick, easy outs for Lady Tigers right there.
And welcome back from the bottom of the first inning. As the Ladycats get warmed up, let's take a look at their defensive alignment. In the outfield, left field, Mariah Achman. Center field, Kayla Shiro. Right field, Emma Rome. And then you look around the infield, left to right. Third base, Lainey Dugas. Shortstop, Frank. Second base, Vignair. First base, Gia Zarang. Behind the bouquets behind the plate, Tyler Ube is on the mound after that long battle with Carly Toronto. And leading off for the Tigers, it's going to be Danielle Duplay, second baseman. Off to a torrid start to the season, hitting .415, no homers, 11 RBIs, but she's also leads the Tigers with 18 stolen bases, which is why she's in this leadoff spot.
Yeah, Danielle Duplay will be signing with Nicholls State this spring, so really good player going to the collegiate level in softball.
And just a little snapshot of what Ube has done on the mound this season. Already pitched 100 innings, only allowed 91 hits, struck out 93 batters, a 2.66 ERA. And her first pitch, Duplay fakes the bunt, pulls back, ball 1. One of the good things for Duplay here, too, that allows her to get on base so often, she's a shorter player, so the strike zone's a little smaller.
Yeah, she's got good speed as well.
And the second pitch also outside, 2-0. So just like we talked about in the top of the inning, you want to work the count. Great job by Duplay here in the leadoff spot, taking a couple of pitches early.
Yeah, you can tell Duplay probably looked at the film from West Jeff because Ube really did throw a lot of balls in that game.
And that strike 1 there looked about the same spot to me as the last one, but that's okay. Strike 1. So 2-1 now to Duplay leading off for the Tigers. 2-1 is also low, so 3-1 now.
One more ball. She'll run to the first base.
Yeah, and Jarrell, you mentioned that West Jeff game. She did throw a lot of balls, did allow people on base, but the Ladycats were just able to work their way out of those situations, and then the offense was so hot, they put up those 15 runs and the game ended. Duplay tries to slap that one. That one goes into the Tigers' bullpen. Full count now to lead off the game. Great job by Duplay. And that's what she's going to want to do in that leadoff spot, either lay down the bunt, slap the ball to the left side. Looking at the replay, just missed it there. She's a little earlier on that. That one's into the gap in left center field. That one's flied out to center, and that one's going to be taken in center by Kayla Shiro for the first out. But great job there by Duplay to get up, see some pitches. So next up for the Lady Tigers is going to be Courtney Ortego as we see that replay again. Kind of looked like she wanted to pull back last second, just couldn't do it. So Ortego now up with 1 out, hitting .330 on the season, 3 homers, 19 RBIs for the Lady Tigers. And that's strike one. Good pitch there. And the second pitch, flied out. Second baseman goes out into center field to come in with that one. So 2 quick outs there for Ube. And in this situation where you had Carly working pretty hard in the first inning, you want your offense to go up there and keep their pitcher out so Carly has a chance to rest. Now up for their Lady Tigers, Bailey Baudouin, hitting .537 this season, 5 homers to lead the Tigers, 25 RBIs. First pitch is low.
Yeah, with those 5 home runs, you got to watch out for Bowman. She'll knock the laces out that ball.
Have to tell Phillip in center field to watch out. And that's strike one, so 1-1. Now coming with the 1-1 pitch. That one's grounded hard in the hole between third and short, so Baudouin on with the first hit for the Lady Tigers.
Nice hit right there, able to get it between the gap of the fielders, able to get an easy single right there.
So Cameron Keller, the catcher, up next for the Lady Tigers, hitting cleanup. Keller, a .474 hitter, 1 home run, 21 RBIs.
Cameron Keller, another one that's going to be playing softball on the collegiate level as well.
She digs in. First pitch she sees in there for a strike. So where's she going to be playing?
I didn't really know at all. Didn't really catch up with her to ask her.
Gotcha. And 0-1, swung and a miss, 0-2. So Keller quickly in the hole now. Runner on first. 2 outs here in the first inning for the Lady Tigers. And the 0-2 solid hit back up the middle, just past the shortstop.
Looks like a little miscommunication.
And Baudouin
in the outfield. Easy score for Hahnville right there.
So great job by Baudouin. She got a great jump on the ball off the bat. 2 outs, running on contact, and she just kept running with a little miscommunication, getting the ball back into the infield. So the Lady Tigers up early, 1-0. So now with a runner on first, after that single, Kat Freelou coming up to bat.
You see the replay here on the hit of the Cameron Keller hit. She missed one player, and also for the outfielder right there, ball kind of hit her feet, and that was enough to allow Hahnville to get an easy score.
So we got a substitution at first base, a runner coming on so that Keller can go back and get ready to come out and catch the next inning. Up for the Lady Tigers, you have Kat Freelou.
Catherine Freelou going to be playing at the University of Missouri, Kansas City in the spring.
You can see why a good season so far for Freelou. 308, 2 homers, 16 RBIs. First pitch to her is inside. Catcher fakes the throw over to first. So with Coach Nugent making the switch for the pinch runner, it's obviously going to be somebody faster on the bases. Your catcher, normally not one of your faster players. And the next pitch also high, so 2-0 now. Freelou digs in. That one's hit out to the shortstop. Up with it, fires to first. Great throw right there to get the runner. So the Lady Tigers, a couple of hits, 1 run. They lead 1-0 after 1.
Yeah, it was a really close one right there. I thought she was safe, but turns out she wasn't. 3 outs for the Lady Tigers. They're going to change sides.
We'll be right back with the second inning. All right, back now for the top of the second. Lady Tigers leading Destrehan 1-0. Stepping in first for the Lady Cats to lead off this inning, Alyssa Vignair. Vignair on the season, a .235 hitter, no home runs, 16 RBIs for the Lady Cats. So Toronto able to work her way out of a jam in the first inning. Now her team has a lead for it. And first pitch for Toronto to start the second inning is low for ball 1. Drell, you're an athlete, so does your attitude change any when you fall behind early in a game like this?
Yeah, actually, some people may say it wouldn't, but it really does. When you fall behind in a game, either it's by a couple of points, you start to get a sense of urgency, like I have to answer for these scores that we've given up.
And right there, as you just saw, quick out to start the inning, ground out to the shortstop. So with 1 out coming up for the Lady Cats, we have Mariah Achman. Achman, a .237 hitter, 1 home run, 5 RBIs.
Yeah, so they're trying Lady Cats start to fall behind. Look at them to start swinging at more of the balls that Toronto throws.
First pitch in there for strike 1. Pretty windy out here today, too. You can look at the flags in center field and see they're flapping pretty wildly out there. Everything getting thrown around here underneath the press box. So
yeah, it should really make it a little bit challenging for the outfielders.
As her second pitch delivered ball 1, so 1-1 now, 1 out here in the top of the second for the Lady Cats. It's Mariah Achman up to bat against Carly Toronto for the Tigers. The 1-1 from Toronto is low as well, ball 2.
Yeah, and Cameron Keller doing a good job of blocking that ball so it doesn't get behind her.
One of the differences between baseball and softball. Baseball, you're normally catching a lot of different pitchers throughout the week. These two work together almost exclusively all the time. That one, the up and away ball 3. Toronto's 3-1 is also inside, ball 4. So the second straight inning, Destrehan's going to have a base runner. So Chelsea Frank now up to bat for the Lady Cats. Chelsea's hitting .256 on the season, no homers, 1 RBI. Sorry, 1 homer, 6 RBIs, excuse me. She's up with a runner on first, 1 out here in the top of the second. Toronto's pitch high and away for ball 1. So Toronto quick out to start the inning now, has thrown 5 balls out of her last 6 pitches. So looking to settle in and kind of get back on track here. She really labored that first inning, so you don't want to throw a whole bunch of pitches here again in the second inning. And the next pitch lines right back up the middle to center field. Quickly brought in by Alamon. Gets it back in. So that's really where you see the difference. That hit almost the same as the one that we saw in the last inning. But last time, center fielder boots it around a little bit, allows the runner to come around and score. That time, good job by Alamon to pick that one up, get it fired back into the infield.
Yeah, but also a good job by the Lady Tigers being able to field that ball really quickly and not give up anymore.
Now at the bottom of the lineup for the Lady Cats, Emma Rome hitting .276, no homers, 3 RBIs. Up with a couple on. She lays down a bunt. Great job by the third baseman to get in there, get the ball, fire over to first. Ortego tried to throw it back across the diamond and catch the runner napping. Wasn't able to get it, but now 2 outs for the Lady Tigers.
Yeah, but that's trying able to get a runner on third.
See a replay right here. Lays down the bunt. Great job coming in there with the bare hand, fires across. for an easy out. Great job there.
Yeah, that was Catherine Freelou fielding that ball right there, getting it with a quick shot to first base.
And the first pitch there to Zarang, fly
Pop
way
fly.
deep to left. Alamo goes out and gets it, and that's going to end the inning. So 1 run, 2 left on base. No runs for the Ladycats. We go to the bottom of the second. The Tigers lead 1-0. We'll be right back. Lady Tigers leading 1-0 here, bottom of the second inning. Coming up first now is the pitcher, Carly Toronto. Carly, a .333 hitter, no homers, 11 RBIs on the season. Jarrell, you got to catch up with Carly a little bit this week. What did she have to say?
She had to say about like how that Coach Nugent being the only coach basically that has coached them from freshmen all the way up to seniors. So basically, they feel that they have a way better coaching system. So as usual, they usually be able to get good strategies and not deal with conflict.
That's ball 1 delivered. Toronto start the inning. I mean, you kind of saw that this season with the Tigers football team. So this was a senior class that the first one that Coach Salt had coached from the time they were freshmen to seniors. Whereas with the Destrehan, as we see strike 1 there, swinging and miss by Toronto. With Destrehan, you've had Coach Robichaud there for so long. Once you get that consistency of having the same coach over the 4 years, you really start to see what that program can become. And you see the Lady Tigers on a 14-game winning streak up here again. Second pitch delivered, strike 2. So 1-2 now to Toronto.
Yeah, Carly also told me about the 14-game win streak they're on. They really don't let it bother them, really don't think about it, so they just get out there and play.
The 1-2 pitch from Oob. That one's inside. 2-2.
Almost hit her right there.
Yeah. Right at your kneecaps, that's not where you want to be hit, though.
Another problem Oop had in the West Jeff game, some of those balls were really close to hitting the batters.
And another one high. It's going to be 3-2 now to Toronto, full count. And to say it was a problem, when you look at the box score, you can't really tell that was too much of a problem. Destrehan ran away with that game. The mercy rule, 15-0. So Oops still was able to get it done, but that one's inside as well. So Toronto's on base to lead off the inning.
Yeah, Oops gonna have to clean up these pitches because this isn't West Jeff. This is Hahnville, and they're a really good team, and they capitalize off of mistakes.
So next up, left fielder Sarah Vanetta, the senior for the Tigers, hitting .315 on the season. No homers, 10 RBIs. See a replay of that last pitch. Oop, had to jump out the way there. Looks like we're going to have a pinch runner over at first for the Lady Tigers. It's going to be McKenna Cortez, the freshman, getting in as a pinch runner.
Yeah, she has 6 stolen bases on the season so far, and that's really good for a freshman.
And really great for her to get that experience early on. She'll be a big part of this team going forward. So it's Vanetta, 1 on, no outs. She turns the bunt, lays it down. Third baseman for the Ladycats is up with it, but the runner moves over to second, throw behind her, but she's back in safely.
Good job of Cortez being able to get to second base and regain herself and stay there.
So, and also a good play by Dugas there to fire across the diamond for the first out of the inning. So next up for the Lady Tigers is the center fielder Marissa Alamo. We've called her names a couple of times already with fly balls to the outfield. She takes strike one.
Well, Cortez tried to steal on that one.
Yeah, she ventured off the base just a little bit, decided to go back. The 0-1 to Alamo, that one's flied out to right field. A couple players giving chase. Second baseman comes in with it for the Ladycats, but a great job there by the freshman to tag up. So the Lady Tigers runner on third with 2 outs. And up with 2 outs is number 14, the sophomore Hannah Bourne. Junior Hannah Bourne. Not a usual starter, getting the spot start today, hitting .292, no homers, 2 RBIs, 4 runs scored. And she'll take ball one. And that's kind of, what Hannah's done a lot this season. She only has 1 hit this season, but she has 6 walks. Very patient hitter at the plate.
Yeah, she really likes to fill out the pitcher before she swings.
And the 1-0 is also low and in.
Another ball right there.
Lady Tigers doing a good job early of working themselves into some hitters' counts. But here, when you got a runner in scoring position, you really want to capitalize, especially if you can capitalize at the bottom of your lineup like this. And the 2-0 is also high. So 3-0, if Bourne can get on base, Duplay is up next. We'll see if Coach Nugent gives her the green light. 3-0 pitch, and that's strike across the plate. So it looked like Bourne taking all the way there with great hitters count. The 3-1 to Bourne is flied out to right field, giving chase.
Nice
And that
hit
one's going to drop in.
Nice shot by Bourne right there, able to get it just in front of the catcher's glove right there. Not an easy score for the Lady Tigers, as you can see.
Yeah, some clutch hitting there by Bourne. Great job of working the count, getting ahead, and then dropping that one into right field into no man's land. Now you flip over to the top of your lineup with Duplay up to bat. Call time for a minute. So Duplay digs back in. Last time she worked herself into a full count, fouled a couple off, and then flied out to center field, and she'll take ball one there.
Yeah, Duplay kind of a rarity in softball. Lefty hitter. You don't really see much of those lately.
Yeah, the Lady Tigers really a right-handed heavy team, but nice to have Duplay at the top of the lineup to mix in there. And she can cause havoc for opponents' ability to drop down, get on base because she's quick, slap the ball the other way. And she'll another shot to center field, but lines right to the center fielder. So that's going to do it for the second inning, but the Tigers add another run on a single by Hannah Bourne. It's 2-0 as we head to the third. We'll be right back. Back now at the top of the third. Hahnville leading Destrehan 2-0. Kayla Shiro, the center fielder, leading off for the Ladycats. Ladycats have put on runners in each of the first 2 innings, but Toronto's been able to buckle down and kind of take care of things, and that's kind of been her MO for the whole season. 35 walks on the year, just 55 hits, but that's a lot of base runners that she's been able to work her way out of. She'll deliver ball 1.
Yeah, she has developed that bend but don't break mentality.
Shiro reached on an infield single last time, advanced to second, hit by pitch, but that's where she would be stranded earlier in the first inning. So the 1-0 there is just outside, right off the corner. So 2-0 to start the third inning. The 2-0 to Shiro. That's strike 1. That one looked a little further off the plate than the last one. Maybe a makeup call there. Pitch. 2-1 is also in, 2-2. So great job by Toronto. Buckle down and come back to throw 2 strikes after falling behind 2-0. And the 2-2 just up and away, so a full count to the first hitter in this inning. And the pitch hit down to third. Up with it, fires across for the first out of the inning.
Like I said, most of the hits Toronto's been giving up, but ground is quick, easy out.
Yeah, a lot of action over there so far for Catherine Freelou at third, but she's done a great job so far. Good job there. Picking up, firing across to get the speedy Shiro at first.
Yeah, one thing about the Lady Tigers, when they field those balls, they get them across the mound real quick.
You definitely, on the left side of your infield, you need your strong arm people. Great job right there. And so, okay, standing in. She swings at the first one there, and that one had the distance for homer, but just fouled down the line.
Yeah, the wind probably took it at the top end.
Okay, got hit by a pitch the first time up, so maybe looking for a little revenge there. That's just a long strike, though, so she digs in for the 0-1. That one's low, 1-1. And the 1-1 now. That one's hit on the ground again to third. Diving play there. Again by Kat Freelou. She can't get it. Goes off of Bailey Baudouin's glove. That's going to be an infield single.
At plate number 5, Lady Dugas.
So Lady Dugas up here. 1 on, 1 out for the Ladycats. Dugas flew out to center field last time up. And she fouls back the first one, strike 1. So if you look out to center field now, Jarrell, the wind's really blowing out, little left center field, so if you can put a jolt into one in center field, it'll probably carry it out of here.
Yeah. That's probably what Destrehan batters are trying to do right now.
And the 0-1 is high, ball 1. So Tigers lead 2-0 here, top of the third inning. Runner on first for Destrehan, 1 out. Toronto to wind up the delivery, and that's outside. So like we've said a couple of times, Jarrell, Toronto has worked herself into some jams this year, but has just allowed 17 earned runs in 16 starts. None so far here in her 17th start of the year. So she does a great job of working out of these situations.
Yeah, really good job working out of the situations. Another foul ball right there.
So now 2-2 after one fouled back there by Dugas. The pitch from Toronto. Took a little off speed there, trying to trick her. She fouls back. So she had fouled back a couple of fastballs in a row, so she goes off speed to try to get her out ahead of it. But just able to get the head of the bat on the ball. So still 2-2.
Yeah, really good battle going on between Toronto and Dugas.
The pitch from Toronto is swing and a miss, strike 3. So good pitch there. First strikeout of the game for Carly Toronto for the second out of the inning.
Really good pitch right there, able to get it just in there.
And good job by Toronto there to mix up her speeds. As we see the replay here, just couldn't catch up to that high fastball after she had gone low off speed last time. So now it's the pitcher Tyler Ubin. She grounded out to the second base to end the first inning with a couple runners on base. Swing and a miss there. It's now 0-2 with 2 outs. So right now, Hahnville Destrehan baseball going on next door to us. No score after the first inning there. And so the 0-2 is high now, 1-2. There, Toronto's just trying to get her to chase something out of the zone. The 1-2 from Toronto, and that's just outside. And the 2-2 now, and strike 3. Great job with that breaking ball on the inside. So pair of strikeouts to end the third inning. Again, a runner on base, but Toronto able to work her way out of it. Tigers lead 2-0 heading into the bottom of the third. We'll be right back. All right, so Courtney Ortego digging in to lead off the the bottom of the third inning for the Lady Tigers. Again, leading here 2-0, looking to add on. Ortego flew out to the second baseman her last time up. Oops, first pitch in there, strike one.
Yeah, Ortego being one of the 5 seniors that are signing this year in college. She's going to be signing to Baton Rouge Community College in the spring.
So now 1-1 here to Ortego. And she's going to drive one out to left field here.
Drop it.
And it's going to be missed by the left fielder. She's going to get into second base. And Jarrell, that's kind of what you were talking about earlier with the winds. Wind really blowing out there toward the left, and she just missed it in left field.
Yeah, really good shot by Ortego right there. She knows that the wind is a big problem. So with that shot, the pitcher probably lost it in the wind. Ball probably changed up on it at the end, so she couldn't really corral it.
That was Mariah Achman out there in left field on that one, but she did get it back in. Time to keep Ortego at second, but the Lady Tigers are runner in scoring position with nobody out here to lead off the bottom of the third. Bailey Boutte, the shortstop, up. Boutte last time singled right between the third baseman and shortstop into left field for a single, and would eventually come around to score the Tigers' first run of the game. First pitch to her in there for strike one. So Boutte has somebody, definitely that's where you want a pitcher low like that. A lot of power.
Yeah, with 5 home runs, she leads the team. If she could get another shot like Ortego did, that one's going to carry out.
Ball one there, 1-1 again. Oops, staying low. The 1-1 is hit on the ground to second base. Eats up the second baseman a little bit, and she's going to be safe.
Seems to be a mistake right there. Catcher dropped the ball.
Yeah, a little bit of a bad hop there on her, but you have to make that play. So after the error, runners on first and third, but we're going to have a visit at the mound. All right, so after the conference at the mound, the Lady Tigers with runners on the corners, nobody out. And that's really tough if you're Oob on the mound. You get the fly ball to left field, a ball that probably should have been caught, but isn't, to put the runner on second. And then a bad luck hop at second base allows another runner to reach base. So instead of 2 outs, like she probably should have, no outs with 2 on base.
Yeah, you should look for her to be a lot more aggressive right now, because do you mind that they're down by 2 scores right now? So you should start seeing a little bit of sense of urgency from Oob right here.
So now Cameron Keller, the catcher, digging in. She singled in the Tigers' first run of the game her last time up. And the first pitch from Oob is hit back up the middle. That's another hit, so that's going to plate at least 1. And Coach Nugent holding up the second runner at third, so another RBI single for Cameron Keller. And the Lady Tigers keep moving them around the bases. It'll be 3-0 now, runners on the corners with nobody out.
Hey, Courtney Ortego able to steal that run right there by that big, nice hit by Cameron Keller. Nugent seems to be subbing in Cameron Keller for number 4, Montana Smith.
So another young player getting some playing time for the Lady Tigers as a pinch runner. Smith on the season, 11 stolen bases, 18 runs scored. And there's going to be her 12th stolen base right there. Catcher threw behind the third base runner. What Smith's really trying to do there is try to draw the throw from the catcher down to second base so the runner on third can come in and score. So good play by Destrehan's catcher Sarah Boutte to throw down to third, make sure that didn't happen. But now runners on second and third, no outs for the Lady Tigers. This Kat Freelou up, she grounded out to short to end the first inning. And that one's going to be low for a ball. Counts now 1-1. Lady Tigers really have a chance here to blow this game open pretty early.
Yeah, they're up by 3 right now, and to Destrehan's nothing. Should really start seeing Oop to start throwing some.
And a chopper up the middle. That one's going to get through as well.
Right,
one run's going to score. Second one's going to come in. So 2 runs score there on the single by Kat Freelou. So Lady Tigers now up 5-0, pouring it on, coming to this game playing really hot, looking to keep that going here.
Make that 19 runs scored for the young Montana Smith.
So Carly Toronto comes up looking to help herself a little bit. Give her some more breathing room on the mound. Lady Tigers up 5-0 here in the bottom of the third. Toronto's going to turn to bump it down. It's going to be popped up and fall down harmlessly.
Yeah, and these last 2 pitches, Oob has thrown little to no balls. So, as I said, the urgency's starting to kick in, starting to panic a little.
Yeah, so we look at a replay right here of the bunt. She kind of poked at it a little too much there. What you want to let happen is you want to let the ball come to the bat. Instead, Toronto poked it there, and that's why it was popped back as a foul ball. And she'll take the next pitch slow, so 1-1 to Toronto. Yeah, and like you were saying, the Lady Tigers really patient the first time through the lineup, but now, really jumping all over Oop's pitches. But they try to get more comfortable the second time through. That one's high, ball 2.
Yeah, they're really starting to figure out Oob so far in this game. Starting to figure out her pitches and her tendencies.
Toronto back in now for the 2-1, runner on first, nobody out. And she's going to fly one down the line in foul territory, and that's going to be dropped. And they're going to say that was a fair ball. Like we said, the wind blowing around there, the runner in fair territory when she touched it. It's going to be a fair ball. So another defensive mistake. In theory, this inning could be over already with no runs scored after 3 outs. But instead, another error out there in left field by Mariah Achman. So now 2-1 for the Lady Tigers, nobody out with Sarah Vanetta coming up.
Yeah, for Destrehan, the West Jeff game, they was able to afford to make mistakes, but this is really not the team you should make mistakes against. They really like to capitalize off of those.
So Vanetta up now. She laid down a sacrifice bunt last time up. Looks like she's going to bunt again. Back to the pitcher. Looks toward third, fires to first. Good out there by Vanetta to move the runners up. So Lady Tigers 2 more in scoring position, already up here 5-0.
At the plate, number 17, Marissa Alamo.
And it's the center fielder Marissa Alamo coming up. She flied one out to shallow center field that was caught by the second baseman last time up.
Yeah, kind of like just the complete opposite of some of the Destrehan outfielders. Alamo really able to not let the wind affect her, and able to corral the balls on some quick, easy outs.
She'll take strike 1 there. Yeah, a lot of action for Alamo in the first and second inning, making 3 catches out there in center field as she takes ball 1. So 1-1 now. So Marissa Alamo 2-1 for the Lady Tigers, both in scoring position, and that's ball 3. so inside. I'm sorry, that was ball 2 last time. So now it's 3-1. And that one looked like it would have been ball 4. Instead, Alma fouls it off of her foot. So now full count, 1 out. See a replay of that one here. Yeah, right off the shins. So now the 3-2 pitch swung on a miss, strike 3. It's finally the second out of the inning. First strikeout of the night for Oob. So a replay of the strikeout right here. Swung and a missed, strike 3. So Alma could have walked on that last pitch, swung instead and fouled it off, and then she's out on strike 3.
Yeah, with this league, you should see the Lady Tigers being able to be a little bit more aggressive.
Especially with a couple runners out there on base. Got Hannah Bourne back up. She had an RBI single in the second inning. Mr. Bourne is bounce foul. So 0-2 count now. Oob trying to get out of this jam. O2 from Oob is high and inside. Now I want to back you off the plate a little bit.
Should have ducked from that pitch a little bit, almost hit her.
And the 1-2 is also high, 2-2 now. So 2 on, 2 out, 2 balls, 2 strikes for Hannah Bourne. She's going to fly one out there, center field. That one's deep.
It's gone. It's out. That one's out.
So a 3-run homer for Hannah Bourne. Lady Tigers come out and crowd around the plate. Here's a replay of that one again.
Yeah, she's going to remember this for a while. That was the first home run in this season so far. Like you said, the wind really took that one out. Nice shot by Hannah Bourne.
Yeah, wind blowing out there toward left center field this whole game. See the flags there in center field. Hannah Bourne getting the spot start today. 4 RBIs off the bench. An RBI single her first time up. A 3-run homer right there. So now the Tigers really pouring it on here. Up 8-0 here in the bottom of the third. Jarrell, we kind of talk about it. Defensive mistakes really costing Ladycats this inning. They could have been out of this with no runs allowed, but a couple of misplays in left field, another at second base. Now it's 8-0 Hahnville here in the bottom of the third.
Yeah, the lead really getting the Oob here. She was really aggressive on the pitch, and it came back to bite her.
And a great job by Bourne there. She's behind 1-2 in the count, a pitcher's count. She's able to sit on that fastball, drive it out of the park. Do play in now, and she'll take strike 1. And the 0-1 is slapped down the line, so now 0-2 to Danielle Duplay. Duplay, the 9th Tiger to bat in this inning. Again, you see her bailing out of the box like that. She's trying to slap the ball into left field. This time she's going to pull it up the middle to second base and on to first for the out. A long inning finally over for the Ladycats. Hahnville at 6. 3 of them on a home run by Hannah Bourne, and now lead 8-0 heading to the 4th. We'll be right back.